Life is a song, sing it. Life is a game, play it. Life is a challenge, meet it. Life is a dream, realize it. Life is a sacrifice, offer it. Life is love, enjoy. I'm Sandra Noble. I am a certified dream builder coach, and I am very happy that you are here and I have the opportunity to share this powerful workshop, The Power of Vision, 3 Keys to Mastering Your Results with you. And so I will start with a short story about a mouse. The mouse was taking her 3 kids through a house, and they turn a corner and they see a cat. And the cat showing his teeth and starts walking toward them. And so the little mouse, in an effort to protect her little babies and herself, she raises up on her hind legs and says, "Roof, roof, roof." And the cat gets confused and runs away. And she turns to her little babies and says, "Now, children, never underestimate the value of being able to speak more than one language." So we share this story because we can all learn more than one language. And what we're going to be exploring today is the language of success. This is the language for creating the results you want. And once you constantly understand this language, we can apply it to every area of our life we want to improve. Now, the system of success we will be exploring today has been developed over that past 40 years and has been used by thousands of people around the world, tens of thousands of people around the world, to create lives they love living. It's a proven, reliable, repeatable system for helping people create whatever matters most to you. And so in order to minimize distractions, I invite you to turn off your device, your phone, silence your phone, and bring your full attention to this workshop. And I didn't put the language of success here. So, great. The question is, how many of you have a dream that you'd like to achieve? Obviously, you wouldn't be here if that wasn't the case. So that's a great indication. So we're going to share, my intention today is to share with you 3 tools to help you achieve your goals, help you get greater clarity on your goals and dreams, and feel even more confident in your ability to create whatever it is that you desire. Our goals and dreams are often born out of the challenges that we face. And I'm sure that many of you have challenges going on at this time. We are pulled by our challenges to make a change. And so the universe gives us 2 signals for growth. One of them is longing, and that's when we're experiencing something. There's something that we want to experience that we haven't yet had in our lives. And then the other one is discontent. That is where you have something in your life that you wish were different. And no matter how long it's been there, no matter what the challenge, there is a way to make a change. So what I've learned from the many opportunities I've had to speak before different groups and organizations is that like a blade of grass will press through the cement to seek the light. The same is true of our dreams and goals. They are often born out of the challenges that we experience. Reverend Dr. Blackworth says, we are often pushed by pain until we are pulled by a vision. So whether it's the pain of a problem or a burning desire for something new. These two energies are essential for our creating new results in our lives. And so just a quick story about me and how I got to Atlanta. So I was working for an IT company, and there was an opportunity to work on a project and do some international consulting. And the deal was you had to go to Detroit for 4 months to get trained. And so the company was a consulting company. And so because it took so long to get trained, we had to get trained before they actually got the business. So I raised my hand, said, yeah, I want to do that. So I started commuting from Cleveland, where I was living, to Detroit for this training. And long story short, the company never got the business. So they started farming us out on projects in the Detroit area. And when that ran out, then I found myself in Freehold, New Jersey, which I hated. I didn't like the area. I didn't like the hassle of getting there. I had to either go to Philadelphia or to Newark and have a long drive to get to Freehold. I was doing stuff that I hadn't done in years. I hadn't programmed in years. I was supposed to program in this language I had no clue about. But I felt trapped because when you work for a consulting company, if you're not billable to a client, then even though you're an employee, your job is at risk. And so I was billable to a client, but I was just not at all happy with what I was doing. And mind you, I was living in Cleveland. My official work group was in Detroit, and I was physically going to Freehold, New Jersey every week, every other week. So, and then the defining moment was when I got my performance appraisal, which was not good. And I was used to having, good appraisals, which is why I got the opportunity to get in this project in the first place. And so I made a decision like, I have to get out of here. So I have been talking about going to Atlanta, Georgia for years. And but I wanted to have a job and I wanted to have, some assistance moving, and that never worked out. And I was even, working at times with, like a counselor of sorts, and and then I would meet, term a friend of mine uses, a dude, and then it's like, okay, well, I'm into this relationship, and I was wishy-washy, but I got real clear that, I needed to get to Atlanta, I needed to make a change. And so I decided, well, okay, who can help me? And this was 30 years ago, so there was no internet. So I had this third cousin who I had seen twice in my life at that time, who lived in Atlanta. And so I called her up and I said, send me the Sunday newspaper so I can look at jobs and look at places to live. And she says, okay, I don't get it every Sunday, but I will send it when I get it. And so I began. And 3 months later, out of the blue, my boss says, you want to move to Atlanta? Yeah. So I ended up moving to Atlanta. I had a job, the same job that I had when I was in Cleveland, Detroit, and whatever. Not only did they move me, they paid to have people come in and pack up my house and move me here. They paid for me to stay in Homewood Suites until I got my current residence. So miracles do happen. But I was just real clear, this is what I need to do. So that's my little vignette about making a decision. And so my promise to you today, I will be sharing some principles that will help you transform your longing and discontent into new results. The principles I'll be teaching come from a program I'm certified to teach, which is the Dream Builder program. And this program, again, has been used by tens of thousands. And in this program, there are 10 principles that will skyrocket your success if you apply them to your life. Today, in the time we have available, I'm grateful to give you 3 of these principles that you can use right now to help you create a life you absolutely love. These are the principles, are the keys to mastering results. So if you're in for the possibility of creating even more amazing life, touch your heart and say, I'm in. I'm assuming you're doing that muted. So here's my promise to you. I promise that I'm going to give you everything that I can in the time we have together. And at the end of this presentation, many of you may want to take this information further and integrate it into your life. So for you, I have a special gift you're going to love that I will tell you at the end of this presentation. So we will proceed. So again, we're going to be sharing the 3 keys to mastering your results. A lot of people create results by default. They go about their lives the way they normally do, rolling with the punches, going with the flow, taking it as it comes. And that's what we call by default. Their lives are directed by the comfortable things they typically do without much conscious planning. In fact, most people spend more time organizing a weekend vacation or holiday activities than they would in creating a life they would love. On the other hand, successful people create their lives by design. That means they set a clear intention for what they would love and constantly create that, what they want in their lives. So we have 4 domains where we create results: health and well-being, love and relationships, vocation or creative expression, and time and money freedom. And we're having results in all those areas right now. Some results you may love and others not so much. Here's the good news. No matter what the results, no matter how big the challenge it might feel like, no matter how long an old result has been in place, you absolutely have the power to create the exact results you would love in your life. So we're going to do a little exercise game. Okay. So it's a numbers game. And so what I'm going to do in a moment, I'm going to, and stay, you're muted anyway, but stay muted for this. We're going to display a page with a bunch of numbers. And your job is to find the numbers in sequential order. So you're going to, when you find 1, you're going to say, speak it out loud. You're going to say 2 when you find 2, when you find 3. And so we're going to have about 30 seconds to do this. And we are, see how high you get. So is everybody ready? Everybody understand what we're doing? Okay, let's get started. Okay, stop. All right. So how high did everybody talk? get to. Just make a note of it since everybody's being muted at the time. And I'll tell you the secret for getting a better result. So if we divide the page into 4 quadrants, we'll have 1 in upper, 2 in the below it, 3 across from it, 4 up against it, and then the pattern repeats. So after you get to 4, then you go over to the quadrant where 1 is, and you'll find 5 there. You go to the quadrant where 2 is, and you'll find 6 there. So now that you know the secret, we're going to try it again, and the objective is to see if you get better results. So again, 30 seconds. Okay, stop. So did your count improve?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for, or you can give me a thumbs up if your account improved, everybody who's muted. Don't say anything. So the point of the exercise is it proves that everyone can improve our results we're getting in our life and your awareness for the pattern of how you create those results. And you now have a greater awareness of that pattern than you did before. So that's exactly what the Dream Builder program. It is a reliable, repeatable, predictable system for success. And we're going to embark, get into the 3 points for getting better results. Let me see what's in the chat. Well, I see Bernie doubled her results. Okay, we're going to talk about the 3 keys to mastering results. But first, I have a couple of important concepts to share with you, and they will support you in expanding your awareness of success in the areas of life that matter most to you. As we touched on earlier, there are 4 domains of life in which we have the results. It's health and well-being, love and relationships, vocation, and creative expressions, how you serve the world. And then the last one is time and money freedom. And again, we are getting results all the time, and the results are in these areas are a perfect reflection of your awareness in the areas. So let's expand our awareness by studying the patterns that create our results. And that's what we call the results formula. And it begins, thoughts create feelings. And you know this. So how do you feel when you think you've lost your wallet? Your heart races with fear. But then when you realize the wallet is in your pocket, in your coat pocket, you relax and you feel relief. When you think of joyful thoughts, you feel happy. And when you think scary thought, your hearts beat faster. So thoughts affect your physiology. And then by universal law, feelings affect your actions. So when we feel confident, we take different actions than we would if we felt down or sad. And then we know that actions contribute to the results that we have. That's kind of the law of cause and effect. So follow me here. Your thoughts cause your feelings cause your actions, and your actions cause your results. Yet most people don't understand. They look at the results, their circumstances, and they call that their causes. And in reality, it really is their be causes. So they're saying to themselves, I can't start a new business because I'm too old, or I can't, or because I lose my benefits. I can't take time off because I don't have the money, or because I don't have the vacation time, and because my boss won't let me. I can't find the love of my life because I'm not young enough, thin enough, attractive enough. I can't whatever because. The point is that your thoughts are creating your results. So if you want to know what you've been thinking, look at your results, because results never lie. So we're creating new results. And we got another concept that I want to explore called notice what you're noticing. We can notice that we can feel right now, you can feel your bottom in the chair. You can feel your feet on the floor. You can feel the temperature in the room on your skin, so, and notice that you have the ability to notice these things. This is how notice what you're noticing. That's what the concept is about. You can do the same thing with the thoughts. You can notice what you're thinking, and you can notice how you're thinking affects how you're feeling. So that was the thoughts and the feelings. So I'll play a little video.
This is an awareness test. How many passes does the team in white make? The answer is 13. But did you see the moonwalking bear?
It's easy to miss something you're not looking for. Notice what you're noticing. Okay. I can never see the 13. I have problems with that part, but okay, so let's apply these concepts of the results formula and notice what you're noticing in your life. So we're going to do some writing. I'm going to present some ideas to you to give you an opportunity to consider your current results. And I invite you to notice how you're feeling about each area in your life as I make these statements. And just make a note of what feels true for you. So you might be a person who doesn't know what your dream is, just know there's something more. You might be a person who has lots of dreams, and you don't know whether to choose one or create them all at once. You might be a person who's achieved lots of success, and you're not feeling the fulfillment you want to feel and not quite making the difference that you want to make. Every one of us has a dream inside of us. And so we're going to go on to consider the results we are currently experiencing in each of the 4 domains of our lives. And I'm going to offer some more prompts for you to write your thoughts around what's happening in your life currently. So I'm going to present some ideas, and you can start writing now and continue writing as I present the ideas. You might be a person who feels stuck in your ability to transform your health. You might have relatively good health, no symptoms, but you know there's more vibrancy and aliveness you could feel. And now what we're going to do is we're going to give ourselves a rating from 1 to 5. 5 meaning in the area of health and well-being, you're feeling very fulfilled, and there's very little, if any, changes that you need to make in that area. Or 1 meaning that there's lots of changes that you'd like to see happen in that area. And then we'll go on to love and relationships. And these relationships can be any relationship. It doesn't have to be a love relationship. And so, a couple of ideas. You might long to have a beautiful, deep, fun, and passionate relationship with a loving and caring partner. Or you would love to deepen and expand and have more fun in the relationship you already have. And again, it could be family, co-workers, whatever. And then again, we're going to rate ourselves 1 to 5, 5 being very fulfilled in this area, or 1 meaning not so much. And then we'll move on to vocation or creative expression, how you use your skills and talents in the world. And a couple of ideas. You might feel stuck in a job you don't like, or you like your work, but you work too many hours and you want more time freedom. And again, we'll rate ourselves 1 to 5 on how fulfilled you feel. So 5 being very fulfilled and very little change, and 1 meaning you'd like more change in that area. And the last one, time and money freedom. And a couple of ideas. You don't have the money freedom to do the things you want to do, or to give and contribute to the causes and organizations that matter most to you. You might be missing moments and not going where you want to go, traveling, or having as much fun and play in your life as you would like. or you feel out of balance. You have more time than money or more money than time, and you love to feel more in harmony. And again, a rating of how fulfilled you feel in this area. So we've looked at each of the domains in your life, and you've given yourself a score. Pay attention to your thoughts around those results. This is not a place for judgment or blame. Your responses are not good or bad, right or wrong. They just are what they are at this point in your life. And you are likely feeling a pull for more of or less of something, which is a signal that part of you is ready to do something different to get different results in your life. We spoke earlier about longing and discontent. You are paying attention and noticing what you would love more of and less of in your life. So look at the rating you gave yourself for each domain and circle the ones with the lowest rating. Usually people have one or two. And let me ask you, how long has you felt this discontent or this longing? How long has this area of your life been sending you signals? So go ahead and write down your response. And then a corollary to that is, what is it costing you? What is it costing you to have this ongoing discontent in your life? A cost in one area of your life could lead to a cost in another. So for instance, if you're working too many hours, you might be stressed. So that may affect your health. Stress and irritability may affect your relationships. You may take it out on people around you. Time and money freedom. You don't have enough money, so you're not paying money to take care of your health. So a result in one area can impact the other area. So whatever results have been up until now, you have the power within you to go from this moment forward to create the results you love. And it all starts in the brain, up here. And again, every one of us has a dream somewhere inside of us. So this now brings us to the first key to mastering results. And it's also the number one secret to dream building, and it is designing your dream. When you would love different results in your life, you plan for them. Just like you have a blueprint when you want to build a house, the same is true with your dream. Without a clearly defined blueprint, you cannot build your dream. Howard Thurman says, don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive, and then go do that, because the world needs more people who come alive. So I would love for you to come alive with your dream. You might want to write down this: clarity is power. So when you become clear about what it is that you would really want in your life, you begin to see opportunities and resources that you may otherwise have entirely missed. Things seem to appear out of the blue. Let's design the blueprint for your dream. And let's make it crystal clear. And for our purpose and our time available today, I invite you to choose one area of your life that you would most love to improve. During our assessment, you gave ratings and of, which had the strongest longing and the discontent, and what had the greatest cost. Turn up the focus on that one area for the next exercise that we're going to be doing. So I'm going to be writing again. So we're going to do a time machine. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to write out what you would love most in this one area of your life. We're going to step into an imaginary time machine and go forward 3 years. 2027, December 10th. And what would you love your life to be 3 years from now? It's like, if you had a magic wand, what would you love to have in your life? So if you're willing, close your eyes. And we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth as if through a straw. So let's breathe in and out through a straw. Now imagine that you got into that time machine and you're now 3 years into the future, December 10th, 2027. And everything you wanted completely worked out. You have all the time and money and other resources required. And ponder, what would you love? What is happening in that area of your life? If you knew you could not fail, what would you be doing? Do it. Who are you with? See it. How does it feel? Feel it. Let your imagination run with it. Dream big. Okay, gently open your eyes. And now I'm going to give you 2 minutes to describe on paper everything you pictured with your imagination. And at the top of the page, you're going to start with these words, I am so happy and grateful now that, because it has all worked out. And you can begin writing now. You have 30 seconds. Ten seconds. And at the end of your journaling, I invite you to put the words this or something even better still. And this is a signal to the universe that what you've expressed now is based on your awareness in this moment. But it's like opening your hands and being open and willing to have something even more powerful and beneficial in your life. Congratulations, you just created your life by design. And this is important because everything is created twice. First in thought, then in form. So the chair you're sitting in, the device you're working on, the building, everything is someone's thought before it became a thing. Someone had to think it up before it could be built up. And that's what you're doing today with your life. You're thinking up the design. You're designing your vision, designing your dreams, designing your life. And so then this brings us to our second key for mastering your results. And that is deciding for your dream. Just like we experience results throughout our day, we also make decisions each moment of our day. The decisions might be what time to get up, what to eat for our meal, or do we want to get takeout? From simple questions to more rigorous ones, we make multiple decisions every day. Whatever we decide influences even the smallest choices we can have. Can have great impact on our lives. And this is why it's important that we know how to make empowered decisions. Decisions we make will determine the results. So to master our results, we want to master our decision-making capability. Successful people are willing to decide for what they would love, even in the absence of knowing how to bring it about. Some people want to know every step of the way before deciding. They want green lights down the whole street before they back out of the driveway. The key is that you make a firm decision for what you want before you bring your dream into reality. So let me show you what I mean. And so ponder this paragraph for a moment. And would someone like to volunteer to read it?
Sure. According to research at Stanford University, it doesn't matter what order the letters in a word are. The only important thing is that the first and last letter be in the right place. This is because the human mind does not read every letter by itself, but the word as a whole.
Thank you, Janelle. So isn't that kind of incredible? So when you first look at it, it looks totally unintelligible. But when the first letter and the last letter in the right place, the middle can be jumbled up and your mind can still make sense of it and read it. And so that is applicable to the vision for your life. After you've done your current assessment, so you know where you are now. You've written your vision of what you would like 3 years from now, what you would love. In the middle is the how. And the important thing that we're showing is You don't need to know the how. Because just like the jumbled up words, the how is not necessary for the brain, for God, higher power to figure it out. So what we want to do is suspend the how and just focus on what it is that we want to create in our lives. Don't let the how stop us from dreaming and deciding from our dream. Your mind has a way of making sense of it all. So we've now talked about how we decide for a dream in the absence of knowing how it's going to come about. So then we get to the third key, which is befriending your fear. So what does that mean? Making friends with fear. Yes, it means that you can have fear, but you don't let fear have you. The author of Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, said the value of your decisions depend upon the courage you have to make it. When we decide for a dream like you all have today, there's a part of you that's saying, yes, I can do that. But there's another part of you that rises up and says, yeah, right, that ain't going to happen. How are you going to do that? Where will you find the time? Where will you get the money? And what these all are what we call paradigms. Has anybody heard from any of their paradigms? That comes up for me all the time. So what is a paradigm? These are old patterns. Well, paradigms are patterns in general that are trying to pull us back to our comfort zone. The paradigms do this in three ways. The 3Ds, delay and distraction. So you may say, I got home from work late, so I'll put off doing my exercise. Or you were going to work on a project and, but I've got to do the laundry. So that's a paradigm. The second one is dissuasion. And you say, well, it's all right. I deserve a break. You're talking yourself out of it. I'm not seeing results anyway, so it's probably not worth the effort. And then the third D is DEFCON 1, and that's a military term. This is when there's a sense of fear and anxiety sets in, often with physical symptoms that can lead to giving up on the dream altogether. And we don't want that to happen either. So it's not a matter of if the 3Ds are coming, it's when they will show up. I want you to be aware of the paradigms so you'll recognize them when they show up as you get even better at mastering your results. But the truth of the matter is, when they show up, and they will, it really is good news. It means that you're growing and shifting results in your life. So there's no reason to fear the paradigms in your life. So notice the part of you that when you think of your dream, you say, heck yeah. Pay attention to that feeling for a moment. Then as you do that, you may notice another nagging part of you that says, yeah, right. Who do you think you are? You don't have what it takes. What if you fail? That is the voice of fear. It's the part of you that wants things to status quo. This is your paradigms again. And often fear will disguise itself as practicality. It won't say, I'm here to kill your dreams. it's too smart for that. It will say things like, I'm here to keep you safe. I'll make sure you don't experience that pain again. I'll take care of your kids. I'll make sure you're not embarrassed. Now's not a good time. Wait till later. It's the voice that says, you don't have the money for that. That's irresponsible. These are all paradigms. And probably these have shown up for you as well. Slide had fear and failure, but we all had failures in our lives. And the proof of it is this picture here of the little kid trying to walk. We all started out as non-walkers, and we looked around and we saw other people walking, and we decided we wanted to do that. So we locked our eyes on a toy or a cookie that we wanted and gave it our best shot and took some steps, and what happened? We fell down. And then what you do next is you get up, you take another step, and you fall down again. And so when you were learning to walk, you never thought, I guess I'm not meant to be a walker. You just kept going. But something happens as adults. When we become adults, we stop giving ourselves permission to fall down. We fall down in business. We say, I'm not meant to be a business person. Or if we fall down in love, we say, I guess it isn't in the cards for me. The point is we learn to walk by falling down. And falling down and getting back up. That is exactly the key to achieving your dreams. We befriend our fear and give ourselves permission to succeed. So here's a couple of examples of failures that were overcome. So you see the familiar Starbucks sign. Howard Schultz, who was the founder of Starbucks, he was told there's no market for your kind of coffee. And because of that, his loan applications was rejected. Anybody want to guess how many times? Any takers? Loan application was rejected 242 times. It's incredible to me that someone would be so devoted to their dream that they would keep going that many times. And then Thomas Edison, when he created the light bulb, he failed lots of times. And he says in this famous quote, I have not failed 10,000 times. I've successfully found 10,000 ways that it will not work. So that's the mindset we need to get into. Because bottom line, fear and failure are prerequisites to success. So when we hear the voice of doubt and ask you, well, what if you fail? That your response would be, bring it on. I might fail, but if I do, I'll rise up and keep on going. And I will succeed. There's a part of you that wants to move forward. And then there's a part of you that wants to play small. There's a whole process to that, and I take my clients through this in the Dream Builder program. But for a purpose today, I'm going to give you one thing you can do. So just where your attention goes, your energy flows. So when you notice your paradigm showing up, like fear, you don't give into it and start thinking small. You interrupt that thought and say, fear, not today, fear. And so the whole idea of the Dream Builder process is we focus our mind on our dream. focus on those ideas that answer our longing. You focus on what you would love. You focus on the dream that helps you makes you dream come alive, and the good in it for others. Put the fear out of your mind and instead bring to mind your dream. And then this is the key. You want to take an action step. So thinking about your dream in your vision and even writing it down is not good enough unless you take some action. You have to do your part, and it means doing it unafraid. So take a moment and look at what you've written down and ask yourself, what is one action I could take in 5 minutes that could move me to the direction of my dream? There are probably a lot of things you could do. If you're looking for love in your life, you could join a club to meet someone, or online dating app. If you wanted to start a business, you could do a Google search on how to do a business plan. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds to write down some possible actions you could take. Remember, it took many attempts to take steps to walk, and that was an important milestone. So is your dream. So what's one thing that you can do? And you can put as many things as you can think of. So 30 seconds to write down some action steps that you can take, even as little as 5 minutes. Okay. Hopefully you've gotten at least one thing, that action step that you could take. One thing you can do, and now you have a better understanding of what it means to befriend your fear. So I'm going to do another quick time machine, and I invite you to close your eyes again. And we're going to take a breath in through the nose and out through the mouth as if through a straw. So let's breathe in and out through a straw. And now let's quickly get back into the energy of your dream and the vision. It's 2027. And everything's worked out. Imagine that you did, in fact, take that action you wrote down, and you achieved the dream that much easier, and you're now living that life. Notice how good you are feeling. Notice all your senses, what you're hearing, smelling, tasting, seeing, feeling. Now look back on that one action step that you took 3 years ago in 2024. Think about how empowered you felt when you took it. Think about how it made you feel more in alignment, more confident, more self-affirming, more joyous along the path, along the journey to your dream that you're experiencing in 2027. You were courageous, and you befriended your fear. And now it has all worked. Yay! So now gently open your eyes and say with me, I'm so happy and grateful now that I have arrived. My dream is achieved. Thank you for this or something greater. And if you feel comfortable, you can say, thank you, God. Thank you, higher power. Thank you, universe, for this or something greater yet. So I'm going to get to the gift that I promised, but first I want to go over some of the things that we've covered. So we worked on expanding your awareness of the pattern for success that created, increases your results. And we talked about to change your results, you need to change your thinking. And the quality of your life is determined by the questions you ask. So you ask yourself, what would I love? Not what I think I could have. And then we went over the three keys to mastering your results. So we talked about designing your dream. We did deciding for your dream by acting without knowing how, and befriending your fear. And I want you to know and remember that you are worthy of your dream and a life you would love. So, at the beginning, I promised you a gift. I hope you realize that this entire workshop has already been a gift. And I'm going to close, do the closing story after I give you this gift. At this point, you have a choice. Are you going to leave the online workshop, put your notes in the drawer, and keep on doing the same stuff over and over again? Or are you actually going to make the mindset shifts and the opportunities and take the opportunities in front of you and go after your dream, knowing what you know now? You're not in the same person you were 2.5 hours. An hour ago. It's very rigorous to do these three keys. I'm not professing that it's easy, it's rigorous. That's why 99.8% of the world's people don't do it. And you've got people all around you saying, that's not practical, that's not reasonable. How are you going to do that? Don't you know gas prices are up? Now's not a good time. What if you lose money? So the thoughtmosphere of the world is mostly fear-based. What does it take to be the person who blasts off? You've got to put a booster rocket on your dream, on your success. The space shuttle is a very powerful vehicle, but they always have to put booster rockets on the side. The space shuttle cannot get out of the gravitational pull of the Earth's atmosphere alone. The pull is too strong. It needs a booster rocket. The booster rocket helps it get out of the gravitational pull of the atmosphere. So we as humans are like that too. We are powerful, but to try to get out of the pull of the familiar patterns alone, the pull of fear alone, is risky business. Because when fear arises, it never sounds like fear. It sounds reasonable. It sounds very seductive. It's not going to say, fear, I'm here to destroy your life. I'm going to nag you and pull at you. So I want you to have the opportunity to have a booster rocket on this dream, and it's a completely free gift from me, because what I know is if you leave this workshop with something on your calendar, without something on your calendar to move your dream forward, your chance of actually achieving your dream is less than 10%. You'll pull right back to the familiar. Studies show when people try to transform results alone, the failure rate is more than 90%. You didn't come here to get inspired and then go back to the same results. And even if you have good results right now, you don't want to repeat the same year 3 years from now. You want to bust out and really live and create more success. And my guess is that's why you were attracted to this workshop in the first place. So as I promised, I have this special gift for you, and it is for you if you know you need support to build a dream. You know there's more for you, but your vision is blurry. If you're ready and willing to overcome fear and change your life, if you know your dream, but you don't know how to do it. So again, the gift is completely complimentary. Visioning session with me over the phone. And through my speaking and coaching schedule, I carve out some time each week for strategy sessions. There are 45-minute one-on-one sessions where we get clear on exactly where you are, what you would love to create, and the next most important step you can take that will move you in the direction of your dream. And so this one-on-one visioning session is valued at $300. And what this does, it gives you the opportunity to work on your personal dream with a caring mentor who knows how to help you get results. What this means is you will have me on your team. You'll no longer be stuck trying to figure it all out, and you'll know exactly what the first steps are to move forward in achieving your dreams. So at the end of this breakthrough session, I'll show you how we can wrap further structure, support, and coaching around your vision. I'll give you the opportunity to decide for coaching. If it's not a good fit, no obligation. At a minimum, you'll have more clarity and understanding. So I'm offering you a strategy session completely complimentary at no charge. It's my gift to you. Think and Grow Rich author Napoleon Hill says, successful people make decisions quickly. So I know some of you are ready to move. This is your moment. This is you saying yes to creating new results. So I will put the link on the screen, and I will put it in the chat for you to schedule a strategy session. Okay, so we'll get to our closing story about William H. Murray. And so he is a famous mountain climber, but he almost didn't get his claim to fame because of his hesitancy. So all mountain climbers wanted to climb Mount Everest, and he did. And there's another guy named Edmund Hillary who was putting together expeditions to summit Everest, and it had never been done at that time. So he asked Murray to come with them. And Murray asked him, okay, well, how much is the cost? When he heard the price, he says, oh, I can't go. He wasn't going to go, so Hillary went without him. A second time, a year or so later, Hillary did the same thing, asked the same question. And again, Murray said, well, how much is it? And when he heard the cost, he declined. He just couldn't see how he could come up with that much money. And so after the second time, the third time he came to William Murray, and says, you know, we almost reached the summit the last time. When we did the last time after the climb, I said to the mountain, you're not getting any bigger, I am. And I want to do this one expedition because I'm confident we'll find a way. So this time, Murray asked a different question. He asked, how much is the deposit? And because Murray decided that he wanted to go on this thing, he wanted to do it, and he became clear. And so he didn't know how it was going to happen, but he paid the deposit and he was on his way. As it turns out of the blue, he attracted all the financial resources required for the full expedition. And it was Murray who discovered a southern route on the Everest that allowed them to summit the mountain for the first time. So he almost missed out. And so Murray wrote a book about his experience, about absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. So absence of evidence is really absence of awareness. So he didn't know how he was going to do it, but trust the process, trust the universe. So you have a Mount Everest level dream, and perhaps there's no clear path at this point, but that doesn't mean a path doesn't exist for you. It just means that you're still growing in your awareness, to be able to see the things you can do to generate what you want. And I'm honored to be able to support you in learning the keys to master those results. And so I'm going to close with a quote from another quote from his book. Until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back always ineffective. Concerning acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans, namely that the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. A whole stream of events issued from the decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance, which no one could have dreamt would have come their way. And then there's another great couplet from Goethe, whatever you can do or dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius and power and magic in it. You have a splendid dream. You wrote it down. You can feel it. You made a decision for it. And to achieve your dream, you get to decide for it again and again, no matter the circumstances, no matter the fear, no matter the failure. You get to decide for it when it's uncomfortable and you don't feel like it. Because there's one elementary truth. When you commit to your dream, circumstances and situations come your way. A whole stream of events take place. Unforeseen incidents and meetings which you would not have come your way. So for those of you who are willing to commit to your dream, for those who would love support in achieving your dream, you can book a strategy session that we talked about. Remember, as you walk through those doors into your life, know that inside you, what is inside you is far greater than any challenge you're facing. You have incredible power within you. This is your moment. Today is your day. Take bold action because as Goethe says, whatever you can do or dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius and power and magic in it. So it's been my pleasure to share this powerful information with you. And I appreciate you spending this time with me